Hello guys, welcome to GUMPS Versus. We missed one in December. January, we kind of fell behind. So this one's going to be in February, but it's still the January Versus, and we're going to solve one in February. But this is MewTwo versus Darkseid. So, introducing
John.
Our, legendary GUMPS Versus, and
Mario.
And I'm Kyle Gumpery. So, give us a little, side story to your character, which he is MewTwo. So
MewTwo, genetically the most powerful Pokemon, still probably is one of the most powerful Pokemon as of today, and is yet to be touched by anybody.
Okay, Darkseid is one of the most, probably is the most powerful villain in the DC comic universe, and going to be in the DC cinematic universe, which is going to be very interesting to see. So,
without further ado, let's get started with round one.
So smooth, he's like Morgan Freeman over there, the white Morgan Freeman over there. Before we get started, let me just explain the rules. I'm sorry about this, guys. Round one, we normally just say, we talk trash to the other person's character. We say, why doesn't he stand a chance against a fight? And then round two, we decide, why does our character have a chance? And then round three, we have two questions. And each time, when it's his turn, he has 1 minute, and then he's going to keep the timer on. And then I have 1 minute, so we can keep it under control, so GUMPS Versus isn't 30 minutes anymore, because no one's going to watch that. So, without further ado, you can go first.
Okay, first off, MewTwo doesn't have to worry about being restrained in one area at a time. Apocalypse being exact. What the hell? What the hell, man? He's always stuck in that place, can't do shit about it. And every time he tries to get to Earth, why is it that the DC heroes always are able to push him back? See, if this was MewTwo, he wouldn't let any of them touch him. No, no, no. That wouldn't happen, now would it? And what's the worst of it all? The worst of it all? He gets beaten down, not by Superman, but also by a girl. And would be his cousin.
Pulling the sexist card. Damn, that's low.
I rest my case.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay, so start the timer for me. So, MewTwo, he was made in the lab to be the perfect Pokemon, but yet in every game, how is a 12-year-old boy managed to capture him in a small little ball? Yeah, why is it? I actually threw, no, I'm not even joking, I threw a Pokeball at him and I beat him. I actually caught him in a Pokeball. I know that's very hard, but I caught him in the most basic form of, tools to capture something, and that is so low. And yes, he can't be touched, but explain why a Pokeball can imprison him. Same thing with Apocalypse, but that's a planet. He's isolated, but your character gets stuck into a damn small ball of a 12-year-old boy. And yes, I meant to make it sound like that.
Alright. That concludes our first round. I'll start with you first. Alright, so, ain't gonna lie, you were kinda, you were kinda but and then also, not gonna lie, the 12-year-old ball thing, that was fucking lame. I'm not gonna,
Okay.
That was fucking lame. I'm not gonna lie. I felt some cringe just wash over me as you said that. I was like,
It's over, dude. I can tell what's gonna happen.
So, but besides that, your trash talk was trash talk. It was trash.
Fuck you.
I haven't even gotten to him yet.
Oh, yes!
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna hear this.
Alright, so. Alright, listen. Honestly, you were a bit better than Kyle was actually keeping your argument strung together, but, still, I could feel some cringe from the trash that you guys were trying to talk. I ain't gonna lie. I could totally feel it. And,
This is our best joke so far. Jesus Christ, Mario!
Literally just kind of copy-paste most of what I said about you. But you were able to string your words a lot better than Kyle. Okay, I will say that. Overall, I'm gonna have to give this argument to...
Fuck yes!
You too!
I'm gonna have to
God
give
damn it. It's gonna be a long day. Round two. Get your timer ready. 1 minute.
Starting your first word.
Okay, so, sure. Darkseid has the Omega lasers, ridiculously powerful, is able to bend time. Okay, can do all that. MewTwo is still regarded in his universe as the strongest, so he is dealing with things that involve time and space. So, technically, that shouldn't even matter. And if you wanted to touch him, like I said, he can reflect any attack. nearly almost any attack in the universe. Besides, the only Pokemon that's ever come close to touching him was Mew, and even then, they still can't touch each other. It's just that bad. Yeah, I think that's why he could beat Darkseid.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Alright,
I'm thinking I actually have a lot more in my pocket. Thank Jesus Christ. Thank God. Thank God. And like,
oh boy. Start on your first word.
oh my God, my heart's pounding. Okay. Okay. Darkseid has taken on the entire Justice League, like your character, basically like the entire Pokemon race.
Mm-hmm.
Like give or taking, like they're not as powerful. Like you got Pikachu trying to touch the most powerful thing. That obviously that's not going to do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, for Darkseid, he's got Superman, the most powerful being in the entire universe, beating the living shit out of him. And he goes like, "What's he do? What's he do?" He gets up. Okay, let's continue. He's got lasers. He's got lasers that follow. It's like a freaking it's like what's the word?
Auto lock off.
Thank you, auto lock. It's like auto lock, and you can't dodge it. If you dodge it, you're like literally the Flash, and even the Flash has gotten hit by that thing, and he's been taken on by the Mighty Seven. I mean, if you want to count Aquaman, this new Aquaman looks badass, but like he's been taking a beating. He fights everybody on his own, no problem. After he gets a beat down, he gets back up, and he's like, you know what? Go to hell. So they had to imprison him to stop him, even though...
Time.
Thank you. Damn it. Fuck. I wasn't really finished, but whatever.
I'll start with you first. So, yeah, I mean, you pretty much laid down a pretty good basis for MewTwo, but still, while this is kind of a me thing, you didn't really give a lot of example on who he really. You gave Mew, and Mew is like Mew. I mean, Mew's Mew, like literally creator of like just he's pretty much like another god tier Pokemon. You had god tier versus god tier, you know what I mean? And I mean that's perfect, you know what I mean? That's a good place to start, but I would really like to see him taking on more like, you know what I mean, like more like feasible like fights. Like maybe him fighting like another high class Pokemon that is like feasible. It could beat Mewtwo, but then just have Mewtwo like explain how Mewtwo could crush him if he could.
Okay.
All right. So that's my thing for that. Let's get to you, Kyle.
Oh shit.
All right. I do gotta say you did a lot. You had so much on your plate. You went over the timer, and I'm glad. I mean, that's that. You know what I mean? I'm just glad that you had a lot of content to film. You did a lot better job and actually providing me with certain examples. But I do have to say, I gotta call you out on something. His Omega Beams were indeed dodged by Batman, and I gotta say. I don't
recall that. But yeah, it's probably true.
You see, the thing is though, he fights all of these superhumans and shit, right? But regular McGee Batman is able to fucking just dodge. Like this thing that is literally Superman can't do it. The Flash can't do it. Okay, what do you gotta say?
Well, I mean, like Batman's known to do a lot of unrealistic shit.
That's all part of his character and all, but I call bullshit on that a lot of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Because that's just me. You know what I mean?
I understand that. But like,
yeah, but I digress. So this round, I am gonna have to give it to Gump.
Thanks. Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? He just gave me a lot more food for thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Okay. Thank God. Woo!
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you've been going first.
Oh, Jesus. Okay,
right.
man. Okay, so characters like Batman can dodge it, right?
Yeah.
Mewtwo has been untouched. First off, can Darkseid hit Mewtwo with the Omega Beam? And two, can Darkseid even hit Mewtwo in the first place?
Okay.
Who do you really do?
Okay, that's actually a lot of fair questions. I'm not gonna lie, but the thing is, he can actually touch him. It's possible. Anything is possible with such godlike being, and it's so easy. Like it's easy to like bend reality with him. He goes from space time and like just teleports from the other side of the universe to the other side. He travels to the other side of the universe, so like he can move around pretty quick. He flies really quick, and his like that was only for him.
Okay.
Like,
okay. I'm sorry.
That's alright. It's alright. But like so he can dodge the Omega Beam. He can, but like he will be so focused on the Omega Beam. Like it's possible. It's going to be very difficult. I'm not gonna lie, but like Darkseid will take a beating. Like the only way his psychic ability won't be touched because if I'm right, Darkseid has some psychic ability too. So he probably he will be able to like withstand that and like shut him out. So there goes his number one ability.
Ooh.
So there you go. So the only way he can beat him is through hand-to-hand combat, and then Mewtwo does bleed, Darkseid does not. I rest my case. Question number 1. So as I stated, his telekinesis will not be touched by Mewtwo to Darkseid. So in hand-to-hand combat, how will he beat him? And if Darkseid does not bleed, how does Mewtwo hope to stop him?
Okay, so first things first. Mewtwo has always been very smart. He's a very intelligent Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't imagine if he knows his strength alone. Mewtwo's very good at studying his opponents. I would imagine Mewtwo would keep his distance at all times. I would imagine at least. I mean, Mewtwo is pretty fragile. He does have a pretty fragile stature. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's without question. So rather, if he can't use his mind, maybe he can use his mind as a tool rather than an offensive pressure. So, for instance, the Omega lasers. Okay, say Mewtwo can reflect it. Can he reflect it? You know,
that is a good question.
Because if he can reflect it, that is something that can be used against Darkseid. You know, and that's not to say Darkseid's not smart by any means. He's
intelligent.
He's manipulated, that sucker.
But
if Mewtwo can reflect most of his attacks, he could probably keep at his edge. Otherwise, if Darkseid, who is fast too, if he can get close to Mewtwo, that's it. But I have confidence that Mewtwo can reflect most of his attacks at the least.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So
okay. Now, do you have any questions before we wrap up? I think you can ask us one question each if you have one.
Right.
Like out of your own curiosity, not to defeat us, but like out of curiosity.
I got one for you. What exactly is Darkseid's like? What is his strength threshold and what is his speed threshold? Like what I mean by that is he powerful enough to punch Superman and like actually do considerable damage?
Yeah.
And is he fast enough to dodge something? Say the Flash say the Flash came at him and was just not like going hard, but was just kind of like, he was like normal, like taking a swing. And would he be able to possibly dodge it?
Okay, I gotcha. So he is well known to like literally beat the shit out of Superman. So yes, he can do some serious damage, not like doomsday damage. Like we're to a point he will kill him, because he would have to literally beat him down to a certain extent. So, like I would say, like doomsday levels up here, and then Superman's level right here. He's probably like not as strong as Superman. He's probably slightly below him, but like he will. But Superman's known to pull out planets, so he's massively strong.
Yes.
So that's not even a good comparison. And speed wise, if he's going normal speed punching like that, he will just go like that, like he's pretty quick.
Right.
So he's quick enough where he can actually deflect. But as soon as Flash uses Speed Force, he's done because no one's ever that fast.
Oh yeah.
So like he's enough. Like if he's going normal speed, yeah, he can dodge 90% of them.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. And for Mewtwo. Now, what exactly is can you give me like an idea of the most powerful thing Mewtwo has actually deflected, and also like the biggest hit Mewtwo has been able to take?
Okay, so if we're gonna go with that, all right. Mechanically, Mewtwo has reflected hyper beams, especially from Gyarados, which is supposed to be one of the most powerful Pokemon. Not the most natural, but one of them. And that alone has destroyed cities, mind you. And Mewtwo, with a simple swipe of his hand, or did he just simply use his mind? Or either or. He reflected it just simply back at Gyarados, curved the damn thing, and just obliterated him in a single hit. Mewtwo mentally has been able to lift hundreds of Tauruses. This is all going back to the first movie. He's been able to take out Charizard within seconds before he turned into a Mega form. But, that's a whole different Mewtwo, though. Regardless, Mewtwo is Mewtwo. Handled 5 Genesects, which are supposed to be, like, these super genetically powerful Pokemon, mind you. Mewtwo can control the weather of the entire Earth if he wanted to. Destroyed islands. And
someone's desperate.
Mewtwo... He's just really. He may not have any simple limitations. Like he has limits, but his limitations are.
So
We still don't even know what he can do to this day. His mega forms are like the only thing right now that are really exceeding to what he normally can do. And,
Right.
And it can go for his physical combat prowess or his mind prowess. When his mind is not to be messed with.
Right.
So, any other feats that he's done? Yeah, that's like it. You know.
Okay, so your final ruling before we end this video.
Oh man, this is actually pretty tough.
Oh, thank God.
Because I mean, obviously these two are. I mean, from what you guys were telling me, these guys are like they counter each other very well. There's a very nice balance here. Mewtwo's able to deal and totally block and sometimes even negate a lot of what Darkseid can do. But also, there is always that fact that like Darkseid, with his power, can easily take out Mewtwo with just a few solid hits. I mean, so like it would, if I really had to think about this, it would really come down to whether or not Mewtwo could actually be able to negate most of what Darkseid can do. Now, from what I hear, Darkseid is would it be fair to say Darkseid is mostly a energy type attacker?
Well, for the most part, no. He doesn't rely on his energy eye beams. He does not.
He does not?
He does not rely, but like when he's busy on Superman, he would use his eye beams to get someone that's trying to mess with him.
Okay. So he doesn't...
More melee.
Alright, so he's more melee.
Yeah, but if he has to, he will use his eye beams.
Okay. Alright, so the
Omega beams.
Alright,
If he has to, he will use his eye beams.
Okay. Alright, so the
Omega beams.
Alright, so the Omega beams are like he doesn't use them predominantly. Alright.
Yeah.
I can totally see Mewtwo dealing with the eye beams, no problem. He has shown that he is able to deflect, the hyper beams, which mechanically are able to take out entire cities, which that is insane power, and Mewtwo's just able to bend it like it's nothing. So Mewtwo definitely takes the cake there, not gonna lie. But Darkseid is taking hits from people like Superman, right?
Like they're like nothing.
He literally is just taking them and then just that all you got. You know what I'm saying?
Pussy.
Yeah, kind of like that. And so Mewtwo, I mean, he's just not a physical combatant. It's fair to say he's psychic type.
Relies on the psychic.
He relies on the psychic abilities. So, on that regard, I'm gonna have to say that the Darkseid definitely takes the cake as more the brawler here.
Oh,
right?
damn it.
It's getting down to it. Now,
it's like the fucking commercial break.
Hey, I'm Ricky Bobby. Big Red, America's #1 cinnamon gum. If you don't chew this you got something wrong with your head.
my thing though, what you mentioned earlier, you said that Darkseid does have a degree of mental toughness, correct?
Yes, he can stop his telekinesis.
He can stop his telekinesis.
If he wanted to F with him.
Okay, now would it be alright if I ask questions?
Yeah, just make it quick.
Make it quick. Okay, what is the extent of Darkseid's mental toughness? What has he actually blocked out from getting in his head?
I don't remember the character's name, but she tried to mentally F with this dude, and he's like this. You think your telekinesis, not specifically, but he's like, you think you can outsmart me? You think your human ability will work on me? No, I'm a god, and then he's like, you get out of my way before I kill you.
Okay, all right.
So pretty powerful people.
All right, so going from that, you said human. That's the key word I want to key in on here. Human, in comparison to Mewtwo, honestly,
he calls people who are weak people. He calls people human that are weak. He considers everyone human except for his dumbass army, but that's beside the point.
Okay, wait. So he just considers everyone that's weaker than him human?
Not exactly. Like he calls them not human, but like weaklings. Like just peasants.
Okay, but that could also be a pride complex thing.
No, because no one's ever really messed with his head. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
So he calls everyone weak because no one's really outpowered him but Superman.
Okay. All right. So he hasn't. So his mental barrier has not been broken.
As far as I am concerned, no, he has not.
Okay. All right.
Because he's never gone to. He's always about himself. No one's really effed with him.
All right. Oh man. Shit. I don't know, man. Like,
This is
this is honestly, I mean, for me anyway, this is pretty tight. Like, man.
20 minutes later.
I'm gonna have to say I'm really gonna go with Darkseid here.
Yes! Yes! Thank you! Oh my god! Oh my god! Thank you!
Let me. Goddamn. All right.
Oh my God.
Let me say, literally, my deciding factor here is whether or not Darkseid would be able to withstand the actual psychic ability from Mewtwo. And again, I really wish that we had more research on that. But from judging what I've been told right here, I gotta say, if Darkseid's mental capacity is really enough to block out Mewtwo and any of his like psychic attacks directly on his mind, I gotta say Darkseid probably has what it takes to take him down.
4-3, bitches! Yes! Finally, I'm in the lead. I've never been in the lead with this prick. I've always been behind him. Now I'm in the lead. So sit your ass back in the back seat with the little freaking seatbelt on while I sit in the front playing Metallica, bitch, while you listen to your stupid ass Taylor Swift pussy shit.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.